Welcome back, my fellow adventurers, to Vivid Sagas. We're thrilled to have you back with us on this journey. In today's story, we're about to embark on another captivating adventure together. Take a seat and let your imagination wander as we dive into the Whispers of Aether. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our Vivid Sagas. So if you're ready, join me in the library and let's jump right into the adventure. Enjoy the story. In the quaint village of Thornbrook, where thatched cottages dotted the emerald landscape and mist hugged the hills at dawn, young Eli discovered that the world was more than it seemed, and so was he. It was on the cusp of his 12th birthday, beneath the boughs of an ancient willow, that the first spark of magic kindled within Eli. A spark ignited when frustration bubbled over, for he could not reach the kite tangled high above, a kite that bore the colors of the sky it longed to dance with once more. Eli's voice rose in a woeful cry. It seemed to twist the very air. His words were lost, but the intent thrummed with raw power. To his awe, the branches shook, and the kite tumbled down, landing softly at his feet. The boy blinked, his heart a wild drumbeat, as a thrilling realization dawned upon him. He had commanded the willow without a single touch. From that day, whispers followed Eli, spiraling like leaves in the wind. They spoke of ether, the essence of magic that coursed unseen through the world. Eli listened and learned, coaxing the ether to his will. He found joy in little wonders, coaxing flowers to bloom with a hum, drawing shapes in the air that glowed with ephemeral light. Yet, with power came a warning, carried on the same whispers that taught him. With light comes shadow, with strength, trial. The trials came sooner than the whispers had foretold. One evening, a malevolent fog crept over Thornbrook. It slithered between homes, seeping into dreams, turning them to nightmares. The village, once vibrant with laughter, became hushed, gripped by fear of the restless nights. Eli watched helpless, as his own mother's brow furrowed in her sleep. The whispers grew urgent. The ether is unbalanced. The Nightshade rises. The Nightshade was an ancient force that feasted on fear and chaos. The whispers urged Eli to confront it, lest the village be lost to despair. With a heart burdened by the weight of his newfound duty, Eli ventured into the fog. He followed the whispers that now sounded like a chorus, guiding him to the heart of the woods. There, the fog turned darker, and the air crackled with malice. The Nightshade materialized, a specter of shadows and tendrils, with eyes like burning coals. It sneered at Eli's audacity, a boy armed with nothing but whispers. But Eli was not unarmed. He remembered his trials, the control he had honed, the flowers, the light, the laughter of his friends. He drew in a deep breath, and with it, the ether. The pure essence of life itself. It swirled around him, responding to his silent call. The Nightshade lunged, tendrils aiming to ensnare, but Eli's command of the ether was swift. He conjured a shield of luminous energy, repelling the dark with light. The specter recoiled, and Eli pushed forward, his voice now a clear, resounding bell that spoke the language of the ether. By light, by life, by the laughter of my home, I banish you. With each word, the ether surged, a tidal wave of force that swept the Nightshade, dissolving it into wisps of harmless shadow that vanished like smoke in the wind. The fog lifted and the stars blinked above. While the moon washed the world in gentle light, Eli stood alone. The whispers now a soothing murmur of approval. He had faced the shadow with light, he had stood strong amidst trial. He returned to Thornbrook, where his mother now slept peacefully. The village awoke the next morning to the sun's warm embrace, the nightmare of the Nightshade nothing more than a fading memory. As the days passed, Eli's tale became one of legend, the boy who wielded ether and restored balance. But Eli knew the truth. It wasn't the legend that mattered. It was the courage to face one's fears, to stand in the face of darkness and remain steadfast. The Whispers of Aether never left Eli. He grew to be the guardian of Thornbrook, a keeper of balance. And though more trials would come, as the Whispers often hinted, Eli was unafraid. For in his heart burned the unquenchable light of Aether, and in his spirit, the unyielding strength of victory. I hope you enjoyed this tale as much as we did bringing it to you. If you found this video entertaining, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love a good story. Stay tuned for our next great adventure, as we have more exciting narratives coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when our next story unfolds. Thank you for being a part of our storytelling community. Until next time, keep your imagination alive, and remember that the best stories are yet to come.